Okay, word problems time. Here we go. Now, look what it says. Two numbers have a sum of 28. So you know what? What's really important here is to try to figure out what is this saying. Two numbers. Well, what are great two numbers? Well, I don't know. I'm going to pick one x and another y. It has a sum. What does the word sum mean? Well, that means add. Okay. Of means equals and 28. Oh, well, that's easy enough to figure out. X plus y, those are the two numbers summed together. That has to be 28. Beautiful. Now, here's the second part. It says, what is their product if it is a maximum? Okay, so that tells you you're going to be dealing with a quadratic right off the bat. The product of the two numbers, x times y, that has to equal to a max. There you go. There's your system of equations right there. So probably the best thing to do here is I would solve for one of them. Always, always, big honkin' note. Always, always solve for y equals 2. Okay, always make it y equals 2, because then, check it out, you can put it into your calculator and confirm that you did this right. Okay, so I would take this first one. You got x plus y equals to 28. Solve for y equals 2 by getting rid of the x, right? That gives you y equals to 28 minus x. Now, take this guy right here, because it's y equals 2, systems of equations means to substitute into there. So you're going to substitute in x times your substitute. There's your x times 28 minus x, and that's got to give you your max. And check this out. If you gives you 28x minus x squared has to be a max. Now, how do you know it's a max? Very simple. That's a negative. Negative means it's opening downwards. You're going to get a maximum. Now the question is, how do you go about doing that? Well, same as we did before. Complete the square. Let's see what it looks like. Now I'm going to write this out a little nicer. Okay, I'm going to write it as my negative first plus 28x equals to my max. And check out how easy this is. Look, I'm going to, right, there's nothing out here, right? GCF of negative 1, giving me an x squared minus 28x, right? Okay, there's still nothing out here. Half of this number is minus 14. There's my magic number. I'm going to take that, I'm going to pop it in my calculator and square it. So here's my calculator. Okay, and I'm going to square it, minus 14. And here we go, I'm going to square it, and here we go, enter. I get 196, so that's what's going to go back here. 196 right there. Don't forget, I subtract the 196, but again, this was all, right? So that means this goes here, makes this minus 196. So minus 1, still here. X minus 14, there's your perfect square. And this becomes plus 196. Now, check this out, because this is the cool part. There's your max. That's your maximum value right there. No graphing required. There's your max. But at what x value? Well, the x value of 14, because that, in fact, is your vertex. Think about it. This thing is going to open up, right? Or I should say open down, thunk, thunk, at 14, and 196. So at 14, you get your maximum value. So x equals to 14. Now, the question is, what was your y value? Well, go back to the original, right? X plus y equals to 28. So if x is 14, guess what y is? Y is also going to be 14 because you add them together, they end up giving you 28. So this is a really nice question which deals with that, well, if you got one number, figure out the other kind of question. But it's so simple when you know how to complete the square.